Good afternoon, everybody, on this Wednesday. I think it's January 6th. Yeah, January 6th. I'm recording on my phone, which is iffy at best. It is about 10 till 2. And I called off work today for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, because hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm going to try to speak up, so I hope you can hear me. Anyway, first of all, I didn't touch on it last night because I was just trying to close out the vlog with Nick. But we got a email from my dad, aka my realtor, or vice versa, my realtor, aka my dad, that the buyers are asking us to do a boatload of things on the house. A lot of things. So we got the inspection report, I don't know, like a week ago or whatever, and they came back on January 5th. Mind you, our closing date is supposed to be February 5th. They came back on January 5th and said, we want to negotiate. We want the seller to do X, Y, and Z. And there's like a list of like 10 things at the seller's expense. Some of those things we couldn't even get done. And they wanted it done 10 days prior to closing. Okay. Some of those things we wouldn't even be able to get done in 20 days. Like, it's not physically possible to get done. Like, one of them was, so that pretty much what they did is they went through the inspection report. Nothing was read. Nothing was read. So I thought we were good to go. Everything that was a recommendation, they put on this list. Literally everything. Everything. And I was furious last night, and I couldn't go to sleep. Absolutely furious. I'm still furious. Like, they went as far as to say, like, one of the things that was recommended was that some of the nails in the roof were not covered in silicone or something. I don't know, something like that, which could cause leakage. They want us to go through and get a roofing contractor to come out and silicone or whatever, maybe it's not silicone, whatever it is, waterproof the nails. So I'm supposed to somehow figure out how to get a roofing contractor to come out and completely waterproof my roof in the next 20 days. That's not going to happen. It took me over a week. It took me a week and a half to get a person out from the roofing people that we use to just give me a quote on how to fix my chimney. And I don't even know when they're going to come out to be able to fix the chimney. They haven't given me that date yet. That was number one. Well, it wasn't number one, but it was on the list. They asked for some stuff like tighten. Apparently, the inspector said that the sink was loose in the second bathroom. Okay, that, whatever. We could go do that in 15 minutes. That's easy. But then they said, get an electrical contractor or electrical engineer out to confirm all of the outlets throughout the house are working appropriately and as expected. I'm like, get an electrical contractor to test every single freaking outlet in the entire house and fix everything? Are you insane? Do you know how much an electrical contractor would cost me? Like, I paid $300 to get 3 outlets installed. Then they want us to completely dry lock the basement to ensure there's no water leakage. In the disclosure that we filled out, we put the water areas. So apparently now they want us to pay to dry lock the basement when we disclosed that there was water issues in the one corner. But now they want us to completely dry lock the basement. They want us to get the entire HVAC system inspected and perform all recommendations and repairs that are provided by the HVAC specialist. That would include cleaning air ducts. I mean, you're talking, again, it is assuming there's no issues, right? Assuming that somebody comes out and does an inspection and there are no issues. If they just said clean the air ducts, clean the systems or whatever, that alone is several $100s. Like, to get air ducts cleaned, we've had it done before. To get the air ducts clean alone on a Groupon is like $300 to $400 on a Groupon. That's not even like full price. They're literally asking for thousands of dollars in work to be done in the house. In recommended items. All right, I'm gonna cut the video and come right back. So I never know how long the video can be before it refuses to download, so I'm trying to stick around 5 minutes. Anyway, so I called my dad up and I said no. No, my answer is no. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not even doing like, I'm not even gonna tighten the freaking sink. No, that's how mad I am. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing a darn thing. Not one thing for these people. Because to me, what they did was so absolutely disgustingly absurd that I don't even want to sell them the house. Like, I sent my dad an email at 1:30 in the morning because I couldn't sleep and said, I don't even want to sell them the house. I literally don't want to sell them the house now. I don't believe that they're acting in good faith, and I don't want to sell them my house. I just don't. My dad tried to talk me off a ledge when we talked on the phone, and he was like, look, they're just trying to negotiate. That's what this is. Assuming the appraisal comes back, he said, what we'll do is we'll go back to them and say, we don't have enough time to do these fixes that you're asking us to do. So what value, what price are you willing to put on this so that the deal doesn't fall apart? I said, Dad, they're going to ask for $7,500. And the reason why I say that is because their original offer was $15,000 below asking price. We countered halfway, $7,500 halfway. I believe that they want the house at their asking price, so they're going to come back and say it's $7,500 to do all the work. I am furious. I am absolutely furious. Assuming the appraisal comes in okay, which we should get like either today or tomorrow. Assuming the appraisal comes in okay, I want to tell them to go pound dirt and keep their down money, because their offer did not include a contingency for the inspection, and nothing in the inspection was read. All of it was recommendations. So honestly, assuming the appraisal comes back okay, I want to go back to them and say no. Just no. And if they come back and say, well, we don't accept that, then I'll be like, okay, bye. My dad told me that after we signed the contract, one of the people who had already toured the house came back to him and said that they wanted to make an offer. But my dad told him we already had a contract. My dad had put it in pending status, so it's not even an active posting right now. It's in pending. And he said he's gotten 3 calls even though it's in pending. As far as I'm concerned, those people could go pound dirt. I said to John and I said to my dad, I was like, if they wanted a brand new house, they should have contracted with a brand new house. They are building tons of houses right now in my township, in my school district. They won't pay less than $350,000, and our house was listed at less than $350,000. But brand new homes, at minimum, are listing at $350,000 right now. And then, of course, you have to wait the 9 months, 6 to 9 months, 12 months, in some cases, to get them built. Most of the new houses are selling for over $400,000. So, if they want a brand new house with no fixes at all, by all means, go do it. I'll continue to pay 2 mortgages. It's going to be financially tight, absolutely, but that is how much they made me mad. Secondly, which is why I'm in the car right now, my tooth started acting up. And I don't remember if I told you guys that last night. I think I did. I had my mouth guard in and my mouth guard was pinching it, and it was very sore. very, very sore, and I was having a hard time falling asleep because of it. Well, I was angry, number one. But number two, my tooth was sore, so I was having an issue. So I emailed my boss at like 8:30 and was like, look, I didn't sleep last night. I'm not going to be able to come into work this morning. I will let you know if I can work this afternoon. I ended up getting out of bed around 10:30. I got about 7 hours of sleep. But I ended up getting out of bed about 10:30. And that shows you what kind of sleep I was getting for me to get only about 7 hours of sleep and getting out of bed at 10:30. Anyway, I got out of bed at about 10:30. I called the endodontist, told them what was going on, and they were like, okay, go ahead and come on in at 2:20. So right now it is just about 2 o'clock. I wanted to leave early enough because I'm driving John's truck. I wanted to make sure that I was super safe. And yes, I'm driving over rumble strips. But I wanted to make sure that I was absolutely super safe and I had plenty of time to get to the endodontist, because the endodontist in good traffic is about 20 to 25 minutes from my house. So I gave myself 40 minutes to get here. So I'm not quite there yet. I've got about another 10 or so minutes to get there, but I don't want to sell the house to those people. I don't want to sell the house to those people at all. I feel like they're trying to take advantage of us. I feel like, and my dad was like, look, it's probably the realtor. The realtor probably said, go back and ask for this stuff. The worst they could do is say no. But what they don't understand is my job, my day-to-day job that I work every day, is I deal with contractors for my company. If it's not in the contract, you don't get it. And if it's in the contract, you're going to give it to me or you're not going to get paid. So because I'm always the person contracting the work out, my father-in-law did something similar. My father-in-law worked for a manufacturing company, and so I deal with logistics. He actually was in logistics. He dealt with a company that did manufacturing. My company doesn't do manufacturing. My company just moves stuff. But his company actually manufactured things and moved them. And what he had to do was deal with companies like I work with to move the things that he manufactured. So he worked for the company that manufactured the stuff, and then he dealt with logistics companies to move the stuff that they manufactured. So like I'm like one step down the chain from him. But then because I'm IT, I'm not an actual, like, I don't actually move the stuff. I just do the systems. I deal with contractors, and my contractors report to me. Whereas like my company, my father-in-law is retired at this point, and my company never worked with his company, but my father-in-law is retired at this point, but he had contracts with companies like mine to move his equipment or the stuff that he manufactured. So he actually manufactured roofing, is the company that he worked for. They manufactured roofing. So my day in and day out, my life every day is I work with contractors, and I pretty much tell them, you agree to this in the contract, do it or you're not getting paid. I don't really like it when they come back to me and say, but I want this now, because I'm like, no, it wasn't in the contract. Contractors don't always like me. Yeah, they don't always like me. I've had more than one contractor lawyer come back and complain about me but I always end up being on the winning side, because it's like, that's not in the contract. You agree to the contract, it's not in the contract. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. You're going to do it this way. So anyway, I am heading to the endodontist. Long story short, too late. I think we're like 14 or 15 minutes into the vlog now. I am heading to the endodontist to get this tooth checked out. This morning it was really, really sore. I almost wasn't able to eat lunch. Like I had a salad for lunch. I didn't eat breakfast, obviously, because I didn't get out of bed till 10:30. But I had my standard tortilla, quesadilla, and a salad for lunch, and I couldn't chew on that side of my mouth. It's gotten better. It's gotten better as the day has worn on, but it still hurts like on the outside of the tooth, out here. What's weird is the outside of the tooth hurts, but the inside of the tooth doesn't. Like if I put pressure on the inside of the tooth, I don't have any pain. If I put pressure on the outside of the tooth, I do get like shocks almost. It's hard to explain it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get to the endodontist, and I will let you know what they say after I go in. I'm afraid they're gonna need to put more medicine into it, and I really don't want to wait another 3 months to get my crown put on. So, all right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Well, you guys, it is a little after 10 o'clock, and I haven't talked to you all day. The endodontist did not give me good news. He said that if I continue to have issues, it's very likely that I'm going to lose my tooth. He said what I'm describing indicates that there might be a crack in the actual tooth, in the root of the tooth, not in the top of in the actual like visible part of the tooth, but in the root. And he's like, there's really nothing we can do about that. If you have a crack in the root of your tooth, at some point the tooth is going to have to go. So I'm not really happy about that prognosis. Actually makes me very, very upset. Because I don't want to lose my molar. How am I supposed to eat without my molars? I'm 41 years old. We gotta start taking this down. Probably not this weekend because John and I are going away this weekend. Oh, Neil went to the doctor. So a couple of things. Number one, I might lose my tooth. He's like, it's probably gonna be within the next couple of years. So that stinks. Number two, Neil went to the doctor. They tested him for the flu, strep throat, and COVID. All were negative. So pretty much they were like, either we can't figure out what's wrong with you, or you just have like a really bad cold. So pretty much Neil has a really bad cold. So that sucks. But he will be home Friday. So that's good. But pretty much has a really bad cold. Talked to my dad. My dad was like, I sent this request to a buddy of mine who does home inspections. Because he's a realtor, he works with inspectors and, you know, all the peoples. And I knew he had a friend who was an inspector because he owns a company, and that's who he had come down here and do our home inspection for this house. So we sent it to the homeowners, or the inspector, and was like, just give me your feedback on this. Like, what do you think about this request? And the response was, this is the most BS request that I've ever seen. And I've been an inspector for years. And I kind of laughed when my dad said that. I was like, well, at least I'm not totally off my rocker. He's like, no. I don't know what they were thinking asking for all that, but even the inspector was like, pretty much they're asking for a bunch of like cosmetic stuff and standard stuff that would not be done by a seller. So there's that. Then we went and got the, why is the light on over here in the third bedroom? No. Then we went and got some stuff from Walmart. Nicholas asked if he could have some biscuits. So we got some of those small cans of biscuits. It only has like 5 small biscuits in it. So got a couple of those. So he's gonna get to have some biscuits. But like the small ones, not like the grands or anything like that. Just the small biscuits. And picked up some other stuff. Got John some coffee. Got some canned food. There was some stuff on clearance. I got some granola for John and Neil when he gets back, if he wants to have some, unless John just eats it all, or if he wants to share. I don't know. Maybe John hates the stuff that I got him. I don't know. I got Nick a box of Cheerios, but not Cheerios. Yeah, it's the Cascadia Farms Cheerios. So I got that for him, and I got some baking chocolate. So overall I just got like some stuff. And then we came home and watched all of the stuff on the news, which is extremely disheartening, and I don't really want to talk about it. So, anyway. I'm just very worried that we're getting to the point that we're living in two different realities, I think. So, anyhow, that's going to be it for today. Today I am thankful that my son is not COVID, not flu, not strep throat. I'm thankful that he just has a really bad cold. And I'm okay with that. Eventually his body will fight the cold and he will get better and everything will be good. But I'm thankful that Neil does not have COVID, the flu, or strep throat.
Just cold.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he would have preferred to have, of the three of them, strep throat, because that's an antibiotic and, you know, a few days later you're over it. So what are you thankful for today? One thing I'm not thankful for is Nicholas's school sent out a message that they are delaying in school return until the 19th. They had originally had it the 19th, they backed it up to the 11th, and now they put it back at the 19th again. So that's one thing I'm not thankful for today. And I know Nicholas is not thankful for that either. Nicholas really wants to get back into the classroom.
I know, you know, they probably viewers know. Probably what's the point? You probably already know.
Probably what?
They probably already know what I said. So, the one thing I'm thankful is you. Hope today has been yesterday.
And I hope tomorrow will be just a little bit better than today.
Well, for me, I hope to God it will. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. And you are going to get out of my bed.
Wednesday's on the bed. This is the game we got at Target the other day, Ghost Castle. We have not played this yet. I don't know how many players it can take. Does it say? It says 6. 2 to 6, so you can play with 2.
It's probably
So-
just like the weird monsters thing that you're trying to find.
That monsters game, I couldn't really figure out all that well. I know Dad likes it, but
Oh, you mean horror or...
I don't. Whatever it
Horrified.
is, yeah, horrified. So, anyway, I'll be honest. I like board games and such, but some of the newer ones, they are so convoluted with the different rules and like what goes into them and stuff that I just can't like get into them because they just don't make any sense to me, and they're kind of boring and stuff too. What?
She sat down in her.
Oh, I'll move her just a second. So, all right,
She sat
that's
down
it.
and the diaper felt my leg. I was like, ugh. All right.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Let's hope it's way better than today. But it probably is not, because I really hate those people. The bad people. Bye.
We don't like bad people. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.